Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Real Talk with Taylor. I'm Taylor. In this video, I'm going to talk all about my debt journey and my journey to get out of debt and kind of what led me to get into debt in the first place. Stay tuned. It's time for some real talk. Alright, well, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited about sharing this story with you guys. It's probably going to be a longer video, so hold tight because I think it'll be worth sharing. And initially, I was really nervous about sharing some of this stuff just because a lot of people don't understand why I'm doing this. Some people think I'm crazy. It's just a lot of different things, but the purpose of this channel is to share. I'm hoping with my story, I can encourage more people to share their journey as well. So, I'm gonna go way back to 2012. I was a senior in high school, getting ready to go off to college, and I took a personal finance class as an elective because it wasn't offered, like you didn't have to take this class. And I think it should be some type of requirement for graduation, but I think then again it's like I feel like you run into a lot of issues because some parents would probably be like, I need to teach my kid how to do this stuff. Meanwhile, a lot of parents don't know how to do that sort of thing with finances and all that. So, because no one taught them. So it's this never ending cycle of, well, I'll teach them, but I was never taught. And people before me were never taught. So no one really, I feel like to learn some of that stuff, your parents either know it or you did tons of research on it. So the teacher used Dave Ramsey's principles. And naturally, I was 17 years old, so I was just kind of like, okay, this sounds really cool, but I guess reality didn't hit me yet. So I was just like, okay, like I'll worry about this stuff when I have to worry about it. So went to college. I remember this specifically. Sat in the financial aid office at Seton Hall University in Greensburg, which I have a shirt on right now. Woohoo! Um, they have all my money. Sat in their financial aid office, and I remember the lady talking about loans. I had no idea what loans were. I'm the first person in my entire family to go to a 4-year institution, so it was a big deal. So we're sitting there, she's talking about loans. I'm just signing away because I'm 17 and I'm dumb, and no one knew about loans in my family because, like I said, I was the first one to go to college. So we were just kind of signing them, whatever. And so right after undergrad, I graduated in December, bought my first car in November. So prior to the new car I had, I was driving a 93 Pontiac, which my sister now has. Which the car's really nice. There's like not rust on it. Like it was garage kept. It's super nice. But I have a 2014 Volvo, which I love. His name is Dexter and he's great. And right after I got the car, I had the boyfriend I had at the time. He's an ex now. But he was like, I think you love that car more than you love me. Real talk. I did. But I have a new boyfriend now and he's fabulous and I probably love him more than I love my car. Anyway, continuing. So, bought that car. I graduated in December of 2015. I graduated a semester early because I took online classes and did all that stuff through community college, so it worked out really well for me. So, after all that happened, I had a semester off and then I started graduate school in May. Still at Seton Hill. Woohoo! Still at Seton Hill. So I did that and I graduated in May of 2018. So right now I'm actually going through the process of becoming a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of Pennsylvania. So can't wait to be licensed. But anyway, this is actually really funny. So I graduated the next day. I applied for public service student loan forgiveness. I am currently not in that program. I will talk about that in another video. But anyway, so signed up for that. I have no qualifying payments. So let me just share. I'm just going to share how much debt I have. I wrote it down. I want to share because I think it's important. I've paid down some, not a ton, but I've paid some down and I will share that number every month. I'm going to do a video talking about how much I've paid down that month and what things I've cut, what things how I've revamped my budget. I'm going to do all that in a video towards the end of the month. So let's just start. So to a lot of people, these numbers are probably going to sound huge, but to me, I think I'm just ready to get rid of it, that I'm just motivated and ready to go. So all of my loans, my student loans, are all through federal Fed loan servicing. All of them except one, but the other one is through Sallie Mae. So I have the exact numbers here. I'm going to read them off. So my federal loans, I owe $72,038.62. And the principal balance on that is $69,785.15. So if you watch my other video, I talked a lot about paying down your federal student loans while the interest rate is at 0 if your loans qualify, which I think most of them do. I have a loan through Sallie Mae, which is a Parent Plus loan, which is from undergrad. That is $13,568.97, and that balance started out at $16,000. We were paying the interest on it while I was in school, so that helped a little bit. And then I have a car, Dexter. He's a Volvo, and I love him dearly. I owe $7,059.71 on him, so he's kind of paid off. He started out, I think I paid like 16 something for him. So, I'm talking like he's a person. I love my cars. I love cars. So that's where I'm at. That's all my debt. Total debt amount that I owe, because I had this, and I can't do math, so I have a phone. So we're going to do some simple math. People that are watching this are probably making fun of me because they're probably already done with the math. I can hear like people yelling at me. It's this much. Okay, so as of right now, according to, I'm thinking this is right. I'm hoping this is right. $92,667.30. Which to a lot of people they're probably like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be paying that for the rest of your life. No, I'm not. Totally not paying that for the rest of my life. My goal is to have all that money gone by the time I'm 30. 25 right now, 25 and a half. My birthday's in August. I want this gone. Like, want debt. I don't want it. It ruins your life. So, that being said, I don't have any credit cards. I cut my credit cards up. I cut them and I closed them. So I don't have credit cards anymore. I'll be doing another video all about that because a lot of people are like, you need credit cards. You have to have a credit card to rent a car. You have to have a credit card to rent a hotel. You have to have a credit card to go on an airplane. No, you don't. I'm talking all about that in another video. So I have tons of video ideas through this one video, which is great. So that's pretty much where I'm at with my debt. I have a master's degree. I graduated, like I said, in May, had a job right out of school. Like I had a job before I was done with school, so it all worked out well. So I had a job right out of school. I hopped on. I went to Disney. I love Disney. I have a little heart, like I have a little Disney necklace on. I love Disney. So went to Disney. I think it was like 2 weeks after I graduated, and then I started that following week work. It was in-home work. It's called multi-systemic therapy. I don't do that anymore. Back in January, I switched jobs. An old supervisor that I had at another job that I worked at prior, in the middle of undergrad and grad school, was texting me all the time, was like, hey, we have openings for therapists, you should come back. So naturally I went back. But I do, if any of you are therapists or thinking about being a therapist or social worker or anything that you have to have field experience, totally recommend doing some type of in-home work. It's really eye-opening, and I think that's where everybody should start because you learn a lot of information from doing in-home work. I work now at a residential treatment facility, so I like that a lot better. So let me just jump in a little bit to Dave Ramsey. Like I said in another video, I'm sure people are rolling their eyes. I've heard people call him a cult leader. Whatever. You think what you want. I don't care. So I was doing MST, so I was driving a lot, like all over different counties, doing this stuff. So I would listen to like audiobooks, podcasts. I have SiriusXM in my car, so I was listening to that. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what day this was. I kind of wish I did. Dave Ramsey popped into my head. Don't know why. Literally out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Popped into my head. Oop. There was his face. So I started listening to his YouTube channel. I think it's just Dave Ramsey, but his whole philosophy is around financial peace and all that stuff. But I started watching his YouTube videos, listened to his podcast, bought his book, his Total Money Makeover book on eBay for like $3. It was an audiobook. Listened to it in like a day. That's how much I was driving. And then after that, I listened to his daughter's book, Rachel Cruz. She has a book called Love Your Life, Not Theirs. It's excellent. I really recommend it. Maybe I'll do a book review on this channel of that book. I loved it. It's great. It was also an audiobook. Quick read, easy read, understandable. It was great. So did that. I was driving in the car when all this was happening. And so I'm just not sure about the timeline though, because I started budgeting in April and I didn't graduate till May, and then all of this stuff happened. So, or no, that's a lie. Back that up. I started doing YNAB. I used the budgeting tool, You Need a Budget, and I started that last year, which was 2019. So I think I started budgeting around this time, but I was using his budgeting app EveryDollar and I don't like it. So then I switched to YNAB and it worked a lot better for me. So that's what I did. That's what I do. That's what I did. So I budget. And I have a plan to get rid of this. So I think the bigger reason I want to be out of debt is because I want to be able to give to people. Around Christmas time, you always hear on the news how someone went to Walmart and paid off some, like, the entire layaway bill. Like, I want to do that. Like, that's awesome. Or, like, give bikes to people that need them, or go to a food bank and write them a check for $12,000. I don't know. Like, a lot of people think that's probably crazy. Why would you want to do that? I want a vacation before I retire because most people retire and then they don't do anything. They sit around or they never go on vacation. It's like, isn't that the point? But I don't think it is, because I think if you're constantly living up to that point, you're going to get there and you're going to be tired. Like, there's this funny video of this couple that is relaxing and they're in like one of those gondola, I think that's what they're called, and they're both asleep and they're retired and they're on vacation. Like, I don't want that to be me. So, like, I want to be able to go on vacation. I want to be able to go to Disney as many times as I want. Like, I would love to be like an annual pass holder and just go to Disney all the time. That would be my dream vacay. I love Disney. I have a problem. Well, some people think I have a problem. I really don't. I also love Harry Potter, but that's another story for another day. So yeah, I have all this debt. So that's really the main reason I want to get rid of it. Like, I just don't want to be chained. There's this verse that Dave Ramsey talks about a lot. It's the borrower is slave to the lender. And I feel like a slave right now. Like, Sally Mae is in my house and I want to get her out. Like, I want her gone. She's not welcomed here. Neither is the federal government. Like, I don't want them in my house. And I think my car is through. It was first Niagara, but now it's, I don't remember, but I want them out too. Bye. I just want them gone. I want these loans gone. So that's how much I owe. A whopping total of about $92K, which I'm ready to tackle. I'm ready to get out of my life. So I wanted to do a separate video on this, but I think it's important because I know some people are going to be like, well, no wonder she can pay that off because she does this and she has that. Okay, set the record straight. So I live at home. I said it. I'm hearing like chatter in the background. Well, yeah, no wonder she's going to pay that off in 6 years. She doesn't have to pay rent and she doesn't have utilities. Okay. All right. This is time for like real talk here. Yeah, I live at home. I'm very lucky. I don't have to pay rent. I do have other bills, but I don't have to pay rent. That being said, a lot of people, I'm in a couple of different Facebook groups with Dave Ramsey and people that are in there. There are single moms with kids who have had more debt than I have and have paid it off. Maybe not in the amount of time that I have, but they've paid it off. Single dads, people that have other types of issues. It's possible to do it. So for all you people chattering in the background saying that my goal was ridiculous, fine. Like, I don't really care what anyone has to think about that or has to say about that. I really don't care. Because I think there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse not to do something. Oh, well, I'll start next week. Even with, like, you think about dieting. Oh, well, it's already Tuesday. It's already Monday evening. I should probably just, like, start on Tuesday. And then Tuesday comes, I'll just start Wednesday. Like, start right now. This one girl I went to high school with posted today on Facebook that she said that she kind of forgot that federal loan interest rates were at 0. And I literally was telling her, I was like, I was cheering her on. I was like, go, like, pay this because this is probably never going to happen again. So I think there's always an excuse. And I have kind of stopped talking to people about what I'm doing on a personal level because sometimes people are like, that's dumb. Why are you going to do that? Rely on the government to pay your loans off. Let's all laugh together. I mean, my dog is laughing downstairs. So I think it's important. I think this is all about prioritizing your life and what you want for your life, because some people might want debt. I don't know. I'm not one of those people, but some people might. Some people might think that the only way to live a happy life is to have debt. I hope you're not one of those people. And if you are, I think it's important to have priorities and values and evaluate those often. I literally do that quarterly. I sit down and I have a notebook and I write down personal goals, work goals, and business goals, because I also have a side gig. And I write down all the things I want to accomplish in those 3 months, how I'm going to do it, and I evaluate, because I think a lot of people just kind of want things to happen and they don't have a plan. And I think Walt Disney said it, a dream without a wish. No, a dream without a plan is just a wish. Or a goal without a plan is just a wish. Something like that. If you don't write it down, if you don't have a plan, then it's not going to probably happen. I don't think things just happen overnight randomly. So, but yeah, so tons of new ideas for YouTube videos, tons of new plans, so check it out. Watch this video if you liked what you saw and you want to hear more about my journey and how much I'm paying off. Stay tuned, watch my channel, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day.